Namaste, welcome to Arthaniti. Today I will be talking about a brief history of mutual funds in India. Now I have been posting videos about what are mutual funds, how SWPs work, what are SIPs, and I will keep on posting videos about for better understanding about the functioning of mutual funds. In today's video, let us look briefly into how mutual fund industry was set up in India. Now, before we concentrate on India, I want to tell you one interesting fact. The first known mutual fund to be ever set up in the world is the Massachusetts Investment Trust, MIT, in United States. Wellington Fund, which was floated by MIT in 1925, can be called as the first mutual fund scheme to ever invest money in stocks and bonds. Now, when it came to India, Unit Trust of India was the first mutual fund to be set up in the country. The US 64, the very famous US 64 scheme, which was floated by UTI, had more than 2 crore investors. Now, UTI was promoted by RBI, Reserve Bank of India, and it was managed by RBI till almost 1977-78. After that, the management of UTI was transferred to IDBI, Industrial Development Bank of India. Now, US 64 was a way through which small investors with small means, with small funds, routed their money to the stock market. Directly putting in money in the stock market was a no-go for investors at that time. Why? Because stock market ups and downs were very hard to digest, and it was looked upon as mere gamble wherein people would earn money by sheer luck, and they had equal chances of losing all the money they had earned. Why did this happen? Because people did not know how the stock markets functioned. People did not know how to understand a company, the changes that happened in the company. Thanks to social media and thanks to the internet boom, we have all the information at the tip of our thumbs nowadays. But during that time, getting this information was very tedious. So people were normally averse to investing directly in stock markets. So routing their money through a mutual fund was an easier and safer way. What UTI did was it collected money from small investors and routed all those funds in the corporate sector for its development. Now, US 64 was a very famous scheme which was more unlike a mutual fund and more like a fixed deposit, where fixed returns were given to unit holders, investors in that particular scheme. Now, this scheme was very famous, very popular amongst investors until in 1997 irregularities were noticed. UTI faced heavy losses. There were cases of bribery and wrong investment decisions that were taken, and the US 64 scam came to the fore. Well, that can be a subject of another video, and I'll post it at a different time. Today, let us focus on the history of mutual funds and how mutual funds are today as compared to the first mutual fund that was set up in 1964. Now, after UTI came in nationalized companies, government owned companies. Now, other than UTI, the first company to set up, the first organization to set up a mutual fund in India was SBI, State Bank of India, again a nationalized bank, a government of India undertaking. Now, this mutual fund was set up in 1987. SBI can be called as one of the oldest non-UTI mutual funds in the country. Today, SBI is the largest mutual fund house, largest in terms of AUM. AUM is the assets under management, the total funds that SBI manages in all its scheme. So in that respect, SBI is the largest mutual fund house in India today, which was started in the year 1987. This was followed by Canara Bank, the Can Bank Mutual Fund. Later, LIC, GIC, all government companies set up their own mutual fund houses. So, between the period 1987 to 1991, nationalized banks, government companies came up with their own mutual funds. Now, 1991 was a threshold year, a very, very important year when it came to the economic history of India. Why so? That was the year when Dr. Manmohan Singh, the then finance minister in the PV Narasimha Rao government, announced privatization, announced liberalization of the Indian economy. It opened up the Indian economy and private players from around the world were given entry to the Indian market. Now, Indian market being highly populated was a very welcome opening to corporates from around the world. We had Coke and Pepsi and auto majors setting shop in the country. Likewise, in the financial sector as well, many foreign banks set up their branches, set up their companies in India. Mutual funds could not be left behind. The first private sector mutual fund after liberalization in 1991 was Kothari Pioneer Mutual Fund. This fund was set up in 1993. Mr. Vivek Reddy, Mr. Shyam Kothari set up were the founders of Kothari Pioneer. They started this mutual fund in partnership with Pioneer Group of USA. Now, Kothari Pioneer brought in many changes in the way mutual funds functioned till that time. Some of the very important changes that they brought in were they started publishing NAV, net asset value. What is NAV? What is net asset value? It is the price at which you either purchase the mutual fund units or redeem the mutual fund units. So that is the price per unit of your mutual fund holdings. So till that time, what used to happen was NAV was published every month. It was a monthly affair. Kothari Pioneer started publishing NAVs on a daily basis. The practice is still in use. The second most important thing that Kothari Pioneer did was they started issuing holding statements. Instead of unit certificates that the UTI gave to the investors, Kothari Pioneer started giving holding statements. We still get holding statements for the investments that we do in mutual funds. Third and the most important thing that was brought in by Kothari Pioneer was in case of a redemption request by an investor, the redemption was processed in 3 days flat. Now this brought in the much needed liquidity that today's mutual fund boasts of over other investment products. Nowadays the period is even lesser than 3 days, wherein for a liquid fund you can get the credit the same day or maximum in a period of 24 hours. Now this is a differentiating factor. This is an advantage that mutual fund has on other investment products. This practice, this policy was first introduced by Kothari Pioneer Mutual Fund. Does Kothari Pioneer exist today? Have you heard its name today? No. So has it shut shop then? No. So what has happened to Kothari Pioneer? Kothari Pioneer was taken up by Franklin Templeton Mutual Funds in 2003. Some of their earliest schemes like the Blue Chip Fund are still offered by Franklin Templeton Mutual Funds in its scheme portfolio. After Kothari Pioneer, many private sector banks like HDFC, ICICI, IDBI, many private companies like DSP, Mahindra, Tata came up with their own mutual fund houses. As of today, there are around 46 registered mutual funds in India. The total assets under management, the total funds that all these mutual funds together manage is somewhere around 36 lakh crore rupees. You heard that right. A humongous sum of 36 lakh crore rupees. And the total investors that have invested their money in mutual funds is around 11.5 crore people. Now, looking at the total population of India, if we say that at least 60% of the population is earning population, or people who have source of income, say by way of their retirement corpus, etc., the penetration of mutual funds vis-a-vis the population that can invest in mutual funds is very, very abysmal when it comes to a country like India. In comparison to developed countries and developing countries like Brazil, South Africa, China, the percentage penetration of mutual funds when it comes to India is very, very less. There is a long way to go for the mutual fund industry to expand their business and to make this very, very important product part of everybody's investment portfolio. Now, I intend to put these videos not because I want to source some business from you, but because I want you to understand why it is important to have some percentage of your investments in a mutual fund. Please please go through my videos, and I hope I am able to impart some knowledge when it comes to mutual funds. Do ask me questions, do clear your doubts if you have any on this subject, and keep on looking out for more videos on mutual funds on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel and help me grow awareness amongst people about mutual funds. Thank you.